Hey traders, a bit of an update across the markets. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, make sure you grab that free trading course link in the description. And let's get straight into the markets today. So the S&P 500, we can see that it had a bit of a nothing day today. The big thing I'm really watching for with the S&P 500 is I'm really watching this here, right? So we can see we've actually come down through here and now we're still developing this sideways movement through here, right? So down and then now across. And so this sideways movement is really interesting to see what happens if we continue getting something like this and then something like that. Then we're probably going to make a new low for the year when it comes to the S&P 500 there. Looking at the Dow Jones, and we can see the Dow Jones is doing the similar thing as well too, right? We're coming down through here, and now we're developing this sort of bear flag sort of formation through. But this is a bit of a tricky one here as well for when it comes to the Dow Jones. We are sort of holding through here, but here's the thing. If we do break above 33,500, then the big thing that I'm noticing through here is if we break above there, then we're probably going to see a nice move back to the upside from there. If we start to see a move down like that, then we're probably going to see a move down from there as well too. So the big thing I'm watching for is the breakout of what's actually going on with the Dow Jones there. Move over now through to the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq, another nice down day today. This is something that I've been talking about now for the last few months. And the big thing about this here is when you saw this big massive bear flag sort of formation coming through, that big massive sort of bear flag through there, massive bear flag formation, and now we're breaking out and we're breaking new lows through here. The Nasdaq is the weakest one out of the whole lot of them, and now we continue to see this sell off from here. So the Nasdaq to me is probably going to be the one that gets hit the hardest at the start of the year. And so it'd be really good if we actually get a bit of a pullback here first to give a good trade for me to ride that thing down. Looking at that through there. Moving over now through to the gold and silver market. Silver actually had a bit of a down day today. Very strong markets through here. But the thing that I'm really seeing, if we look at these weekly charts, what tends to happen with these markets is when we have moves up and moves down and moves up and moves down and moves up and so on and so forth. If we have that, right, then we have this movement through here. So I'm expecting to see something like that and then possibly something like that as well in the markets through there. So that'd be the big thing I'm watching for. I'm not sure why I just drew that through there, but anyway. So that's what I'm looking for on the silver market through there. Looking out for the same thing as gold this is the gold weekly chart. So once again, the big thing here is that I've been watching to see what actually happens here because we are developing this sort of squeezing up sort of pattern through here. This here after this generally means it's going to break down, but we don't know where it's going to break. But wherever it does break, if we break down, which I'm more veering towards, we're probably going to see at least a movement back down towards these low levels down here around the 1700 level, looking at the gold market through there, right? So looking at the GDX as well too. The GDX is still just flattening out. So it's like, what's going to come next out of the GDX, right? Because we're just still flattening out, just going sideways through here. What's going to come next out of this? Do we actually start to break down, or do we continue to see this movement to the upside? That's actually the big resistance level there that I'm watching. So you can see what's actually going on through there. So if we do get a good break up, then we're probably going to get a good move. But if we start to continue breaking below, say 28 somewhere in there, then we're probably going to start to see a bit of a pullback there happening on the GDX. Moving on through to the GDXJ, and sort of the same thing happening there on the GDXJ as well when it comes to that as well too. We can see that we're getting just a bit of a sideways movement through there around that sort of resistance level that we're at right now. Once again, if we do continue to see a breakup, then we'll probably have a move back up towards the $44 to $46 level from there as well too. So that's what I'm looking at through there. Just a quick little update, a few things across the say things like Bitcoin and stuff like that. If we have a look at BITO, which is a very obviously connected to Bitcoin. I won't bring up Bitcoin now, but this is the Bitcoin sort of price here. You notice that we actually had a very big sideways movement through here. This is a very powerful pattern. We had this sideways movement, and then now we actually dropped down, and now we're getting this movement through here as well. So there's a big possibility we're going to see a bar coming soon, a big breakdown bar, and when that happens, we're about to see we're about to see the crypto market absolutely get demolished. And so that's what I'm actually noticing from there, and that's what I'm actually seeing from there as well too. So really interesting stuff that's actually happening with the good old Bitcoin prices and stuff like that. And so it's probably going to be a really for those that are watching right now, there's some really good high quality setups in that free trading course, guys. The link in the description there. I really want you to focus. I really want you to check out my trading system because I teach you it for free, and you'll be able to see what I'm looking at through there as well too. And also looking at the XLF, which is actually the financial sector. This XLF market is actually starting to look pretty weak from here. If I bring up my 20 moving average, right, you can actually see what's actually happening through. We're starting to flatten out as well, and we're starting to get this sort of downward movement through here, and we're getting this sort of small bars pullback through here with the moving average. So if we get something like that, then we're getting something like that as well. So if we do get a nice pullback and a breakdown bar, we're probably going to see a pullback in the overall financial sector as well. So not all financial stocks. There's a couple of different there's two different financial stocks that I'm actually watching for when it comes to these markets from here as well too. And last off the list, guys, last off the actual list here is TLT. Looking at the TLT market, if I bring up the last 1 year, we can see we have a high, a lower high, and a lower high from there. And then we've actually had a pullback from there as well too. So we're getting a pullback. The big question I'm watching for when it comes to the TLT, the bond market, is what's going to happen here. Because here's the thing, guys. If we do start to form a bit of a bottom here, and then we start to pick back up from there, that could mean a overall end of the move of the rates, and then we're probably going to start to see the rates start to change. Obviously, when the bond market goes up, rates go down. So if that does happen, rates are going back up. So therefore, the bond market's actually having a sell-off. If we do start to get something like this and we start to break these highs, so the TLT market will be breaking above that 110 level. If we do start to see something like that, then we're probably like to start to see quite a nice move back to the upside from there. Rates are probably going to start to come down from there as well too. So right now we're still in a very big downward movement, obviously on the bond market, but looking at the other markets as well, we can really see like the rates as well too. We can really see what's going on there. So that's actually the few things that I'm looking at there for, guys. I want to finish off. That's part of the technical analysis there, guys. Let's finish off there. I just want to finish off with a bit of a talk here about my trading and some things that's really helped me when it comes to my trading. The first thing I want to sort of encourage you moving forward into 2023 is I want to encourage you for two things. Firstly, have some sort of standard in your life when it comes to the trades that you are trading, right? And the setups that you're taking. If you are just all over the place and you don't really have any plan of attack, you don't really have any setup you're trading, well, your results are going to be all over the place. Okay. If you do have a really good high quality setup, again, you can learn from me, learn from someone else. But the standards is what are you trading? Are you trading everything, or are you trading one thing? Because if you're trading one thing, I promise you're going to become so good at that one thing compared to everything else. So where is your standards? People do well out of trading because their standards are high. And what that means is that they know exactly what they're looking for on the chart when it comes to the trading setup. And then they simply wait for that. And that's how they make money. It's actually, that's the easy part. The difficult part is being okay with the spaces in between where there is no trades that come. And the next thing I want to say, guys, is that what are you doing while you're trading? What are you doing while you're trading? This has been a big thing for me, guys. What are you doing, or even before you trade? When you look at the market, where is your focus? Is your focus actually at the market, or is your focus like basically what happened yesterday or tomorrow, or what may or may not happen? Like, where is your focus from there, right? Because I think a lot of the times is where the reason why we make bad decisions is because we're not 100% present in the moment, looking at the charts, looking at the markets, making really good decisions. When we're not present and calm, right? And that's a big thing there, is getting ourselves into a nice, calm, peaceful state. And that could be done through meditation. Ray Dalio talks about this as well too, right? So getting yourself into a nice sort of, like, what sort of routine do you have before you look at the markets? Or do you just wake up and you say, you know what, boom, let's actually go check out these markets, right? So the whole thing about that is that if that's what you're doing, right? If that's what you're doing, and that's and you're just getting up, or you had a busy day and suddenly you want to rush the computer to turn your computer on, you're not in the right mind frame, and you're going to be missing a lot of things. And also you're going to be missing good trade opportunities, but also you're going to be missing the warning signs that tell you not to get into the trade, right? Because when you do get into the trade, and if it's a losing trade, then a couple of days later you look back like, why did I take that piece of dog shit? Like that's all it was, right? And so they're the few things that I really want to share with you there, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.